Tell me, what did you do on Thursday 2 weeks ago? Can't remember? Most people can't. It's common human nature. But why? Life is unbelievably short, and it can end in an instant. For that reason, it is important to cherish every second of it, and it's hard to say that you're doing that when you can barely remember your days. You are wasting your life, and later in this video, I will help you make the most of it. In modern society, we are structured to repetition. You can live on autopilot when you repeat the same thing over and over again. Time goes faster, and days simply feel shorter. It is not your fault. It is not your fault that you don't remember one of many near identical days. You get home, tired from work or school, after 8 or more hours, 5 days a week, and even on the weekends you feel exhausted, so you spend most of that time resting. So they begin appearing identical. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Unfortunately, the comfort of having a schedule and a routine is exactly what leads to days feeling repetitive. Have 5 similar days in your week and it becomes a blur. 4 similar weeks, and that affects your whole month. And people work an average of 47 weeks, that gives you 5 weeks of time off total, which, unsurprisingly, turns your whole year into a blur. Your days and your weeks have little novelty, which translate into months or even years being identical. You can ask a 60-year-old what they did when they were 32, and they will not remember much, maybe a day or two. But there is also a good chance that they mix it up with events from when they were 31 or 33, because they were probably very similar in hindsight. You are living an invisible life. Check your screen time. Yes, the Reels, TikToks, YouTube Shorts you watch. They are rotting your brain as well. You don't remember much of them. It is like looking at a wall for 3 hours. But this wasted time goes really quickly, because scrolling is fun, easy, and addictive. A lot of this memory loss, of course, comes from repeating the same action over and over again, to the point where it becomes saturated. If you only spend 5 minutes scrolling a day, you would remember the content you see much better. People generally are better at remembering changes over distinct days. Everyone remembers their first kiss, their first vacation, their first time moving into a new house. And we are much better at remembering those days specifically because they stand out and you don't know what to expect. They are changes, not events. To bring more excitement into your life, you need much more change and unexpected new experiences. Novelty. In addition to all the repetitive actions we take, the effect of time as a percentage at different ages can also become significant. Let's take a look at this graph. The week after a child turns 4 accounts for 0.5% of their life, which might not seem like a lot, but at just 8, that 1 week becomes 0.25, and by the time you are 20, it is less than 0.01%. The percentage keeps getting smaller and smaller proportional to the age, which makes time appear faster. Sorry for boring you with maths. As Seneca once stated, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste too much of it. Now comes a slightly more upbeat part of the video. How do you fix it? How do you make the most of the time you have and make your days more memorable? It feels like a redundant question, but it's not quite as simple as just do more and work less. Imagine if you went to the cinema every weekend. It sounds fun, you are using your time in a more memorable way, but over time, it becomes another part of your routine. You will forget the movies you watch, just like you are forgetting the last TikTok you saw. Really, you need to stop that routine. Not just get out of it, but shatter it completely. Join a club. You can find people who meet up and do activities everywhere. It can be an activity, but new experiences are what stick. Cook a new recipe, pick up a new hobby, something that you haven't done before. It can be as simple as spinning a wheel and finding something to partake in. Don't take this as financial advice, it's very optimistic. But you can switch jobs, something slightly different with new people and a new place, where you can also pick up on new experiences. You can go on that holiday you always dreamed of. Travelling is one of those things where regardless of how much money you spend on it, you get much more in return, because of memories. Move to a new house, or a new apartment, which is easy if you're renting because you can do it at any point. Fuck it, move to a different country, pick up the language, make life fun, make life exciting, make life new. This all sounds much easier said than done. I know it sounds stupid, but life is there for you to enjoy it. We are not meant to be living on repeat. Just look at the world, look at its beauty, get out of your comfort zone. After all, our freedom comes into question as we are bound down by bills and everything being so expensive these days. But you can still try. I will say it again, whatever you choose to do should be something new. And you must continue this cycle. Once your new hobby becomes a habit again, you should switch it to something else. Go to a new club. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter much, because you are doing it all to experience the full joys of life. Maybe your parents were right, it is the damn phone, so put it down, delete TikTok, and go outside. Touch some grass and talk to random people on the street, and be grateful that you even have an opportunity to do that. You could have been born 1,000 years ago as a peasant. You could have died as a baby. You could have been born in North Korea, a dictatorship. Sorry for any North Koreans watching this, it's an example. No matter how hard you try to avoid it all, in decades it will all become a blur. But you will look back at it with rose-tinted glasses and remember key moments of how happy you were. And I would be honoured to know that this very video caused improvement in people's lives. Memory is just a diary that we carry around with us to our graves. Speaking of diaries, you should definitely start one. Log your days, log your emotions, log your friendships, as one day you will inevitably forget most of it. Include your plans for the following days as well, because every day is filled with so much clutter, so it can help you make the most of your life and the fleeting time that we have. By now you've figured out that this video isn't just about memory or time. The point clearly isn't remembering your days, it's about making the most of the gift of life. Because you don't know what comes after. One day you will die. And you won't die in regret, you will die happy, knowing that you made the most of every day. You got to experience everything you wanted. You might be young, you might be old, but it's never too late to create a bucket list of sorts. Write down every experience, every place, every hobby that you want to experience throughout your life, and make sure you achieve it as quickly as possible, because you never know when it will end. If you want to feel productive, set a goal, work towards it every day without hesitation. It's important to feel accomplished, so that on your deathbed you can say that you contributed positively to the people around you and to society as a whole. Build yourself a legacy, something that people can look up to in the future. If you need help with that, I've got a video that you should watch after this. You forget 1,000 things every day, but don't let this video be one of them. Unlike that one Thursday, I want you to remember it 2 weeks from now, and start working on novelty, so that you can live a fulfilled life that you will remember. Subscribe.